Hi, guys. Welcome to Double Shot of Penguins. I'm Dejan Kovacevic. He's Chris Halleck. We're from DK Pittsburgh Sports. This is, look at him and his Jack O'Callahan. He's ready to go. I'm kind of out on Team USA.
I'm not.
No?
USA hockey all the way.
I
love it. I'm not a fan of some of the players on the team, but
yeah, that's kind of my point.
yeah,
I like the coach a lot.
I like the coach.
Yeah.
I like Jake Gensel. He's a good player.
I like Jake. There's a lot of those guys I don't like.
I like Quinn Hughes.
I'm kind of tired of looking at him, to be honest with you. A little bit too much of the same group for too long. I have a feeling that Bill Guerin really whiffed here, but
unfortunately,
yeah. We'll see how it goes, though. One never knows, especially when goaltending is such a massive variable in these tournaments.
Very true.
This program is brought to you by our friends at the Moe's Southwest Grill. You see them up here? Look at that. That's Moe's Southwest Grill. That is the home currently of the incredible value meal. It's a 10-ounce Moe's burrito.
10-inch.
10-inch Moe's burrito.
A lot more than 10 ounces.
A lot more than 10 ounces. Good correction. Yeah. That comes any which way you want it. Walk in there and say, I want it like this, I want it like that, or make it that way, order it that way on your app. Then go in there and get that. You get Moe's queso. That's 2 ounces.
Wish I knew what it tastes like.
And
it never makes it to my end of the table.
Oh, I get it. 1, 2, and then the third element is a drink to help wash that down. That's a lot of good stuff for $9.95. That's why they're calling it the Moe's Value Meal. You can come down here to Market Square and visit the store that they've got right here around the bend. You can come say hi to us too.
Yeah,
while
absolutely.
Feel free to bring some Moe's.
Yeah, absolutely.
By the way,
I'll take that.
When you walk in. The Penguins, of course, are off for quite some time because of the Olympic break. However, a couple of individuals, one in particular, really made outgoing impact heading into this break. That, of course, being young Avery Hayes with his ridiculous performance in Buffalo, followed by an arguably just as ridiculous performance in Hershey, Pennsylvania, a couple days later, following up his 2 goals in Buffalo with 3 for the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins, including one in overtime in which he snapped his twig on the one-timer to win the game from the left dot. Now, we had talked about what he should do and what his mindset should be going to Wilkes-Barre. So I'm going to have to presume he watches the show. What's up, dude? What's up?
Maybe he's American, right?
There you go. Straight to Italy, pal.
Yeah. Just put him on the roster.
Straight to Italy. I had a strong feeling after Buffalo, like a stance feeling,
right,
that he absolutely, positively needs to be in the lineup, not on the roster, in the lineup when the Penguins return. Now,
well, I think the one way we actually talked about it was, okay, you had this great game in Buffalo, but when you go back to Wilkes-Barre and keep that going, keep giving them reasons to be like, all right, I don't care what kind of a log jam we have with our lineup, we cannot keep this kid out of the lineup,
right?
Like, and that's, you talk about keeping your foot on the gas. It's more like 2 bricks on the throttle at that point.
Yeah, what you have to look at, man, this whole thing about the balance between the future and the now and where is this team, it's gotten so blurry, but for all the best reasons. And if you're Kyle Dubas and you remember stuff that you were saying in like August, and early September heading into camp, and you say, yeah, we're not going to block anybody who's young or whatever, that's going to be our exercise today, you guys. Chris and I are going to try to do lines and pairings.
Oh.
For the first game back, we're going to make one respectful omission of Philip Hollander for obvious reasons. He's got the blood clot. He's got work to do to come back. Once he's off of blood thinners, he has to start really training and everything else. Some of you more experienced hockey fans will recall Pascal Dupuis having to go through that a few years ago as well. So we'll leave Hollander out, although I don't know that I would leave Hollander out.
Oh no, when
Okay?
healthy,
He's a
I mean,
good hockey player.
mhm.
So we're going to do lines and we're going to do pairings and we're going to do goaltenders.
Okay.
And if that sounds to you like I'm implying something, I might be. Because these are just ours. They don't count. They're not important. They're not anything except fun. So who's your first line?
Well, I'm actually going to type these out as we go.
All right.
I'm going to start off with just your typical Raquel, Crosby, Rust.
Okay.
As the top line. I am definitely
without thinking.
Without thinking.
Okay.
Like as soon as you started to mention this, I immediately opened something up and I started.
And you just typed 67.
Yeah. That's just what I typed. Now I'm open to changing that a bit if we need to, because again, I know it's not always been a requirement, but I think, and like I think we've talked about this before, it's not just a Crosby thing, but having two right-handed shots on the line with him, I'm just wondering if he might be, if like you're talking about raising his game as much as it can be raised, if he has that left-handed shot on the left.
Yeah,
wing.
my concern with Rust, and boy is this limited, is when he's on that left wing, he's got that one move coming across the front of the net.
Yeah.
There's not a goaltender in the National Hockey League that isn't waiting for it.
Mm-hmm.
And you should not be thinking of someone like Rust as having a trademark. This is his go-to every single time kind of move. I feel like Rust has long been more dangerous from the right side. He is a sniper from over there.
I agree with that.
And if you put Raquel on the left side, and that's been the case quite a bit, he can play all three forward positions. Actually, he's a pretty good center. Rax has to start putting the puck in the net.
I agree with that.
I am not I am the polar opposite of a Rax critic. Okay. But he's out there to score on that line. He's not out there to defend. So I think we can agree on the first line and just kind of let it go from there, but understanding that it's got to be better. What?
I was just going to say, I know that they haven't been putting him there because of his shoulder. We're going to go to second line now. What if you bumped Raquel over to the right wing? So he's right-handed shot. He's on the right wing. We try to find somebody who can play in the left wing.
No.
Second line, Chinakhov, Malkin, Rust.
Who's your first line?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, who could we put on the left wing next to Crosby and Raquel?
Okay, well, first off, you're not taking Rust away from Sid. Let's make sure that we're keeping this clear, because Sid's not going to go for it. He'll find a way to get that message across.
So would you bump Raquel?
Raquel could be bumped. Okay. But I don't think you bump him for the sake of bumping him. That's why I'm asking who goes there. So let's keep this in order. Let's keep this in order. There's our first line. Second line has to be something Gino Chinakhov, because you're not splitting them up.
Agreed. Well, if that's the case, then I like the second line that they have with Novak at center.
Okay, you're going to keep Gino on the left wing.
Yeah.
And you're going to keep Gino from taking draws and everything else here, because then you're also presuming that Gino is not going to be healthy.
Correct.
Okay, because if Gino's healthy, he's one of the best centers who ever played the game.
Right.
Okay. I would happen to agree with that, because Gino was out for quite some period of time, and it just didn't really seem to matter all that much. His shoulder isn't going to heal itself. I happen to believe that. Not reporting that just
shoulders are tricky as enough as it is.
It's a couple weeks down isn't going to fix his shoulder.
Right.
And I have a feeling when we see them on their first practice back, he's still going to be skating around with one hand on a stick. Third line is Kindle and the two big boys.
Yeah.
You see the problem now, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
It's a major problem. I'm not saying it's not.
Okay, so you're not scratching Kindle. You're not scratching the hottest winger in all of hockey.
Yeah.
Anthony Mantha. And you're not scratching Justin Brazeau. I broached the subject of scratching Brazeau last week, and that ended up pummeling me back in the face.
Yeah,
like
I saw that.
In a hurry. And Brazeau has actually become a pretty big deal in the locker room as well. So I'm pretty well filled up here on the first three. You got all this down? First 3 lines?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And here comes the part where we would actually banish ourselves from this program for all eternity if we messed with the 4th line. We can agree on that?
Yeah.
We just can't touch the 4th line. You cannot touch the 4th line. You can't touch a single component of the 4th line. You agree with me on this?
I agree. But can I insert one little thing?
On the 4th line?
Just one little thing.
Oh, you're risking it all.
One
here.
little thing. One little thing. One little thing.
It's your don't try to get me to go along.
Okay. Oh, okay. We're assuming everybody's injured.
Everybody's healthy.
Sorry. We're assuming everybody's healthy.
Injured. You're really in trouble.
Well, yeah. Okay. Let me start over. Of those 12,
yeah.
Regardless,
who's
the 12th forward?
The 12th forward is Rizzo.
You think so?
I do.
I think it's Achari.
Can't touch them though. And Achari's a penalty killer.
I agree.
Can't do this in a vacuum.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't say I'm taking Achari out and then I'm putting Avery Hayes in if Hayes isn't killing penalties. And your penalty killing isn't top 5 in the NHL. That is a big, big part of what this team is, Chris.
It is.
It's not just the power play.
Yeah.
There's special teams in general. I want to say that there was a point where about 2 or 3 weeks ago where the Penguins were the only team in the league that had that were top 5 in both power play and penalty kill. You don't mess with that.
Yeah.
So where do they go? Where are these people going? What are you doing with them? You trading them? You waiting for somebody to get hurt? Where are you putting Hayes? Where are you putting McGroarty?
No,
I didn't even mention him.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned him. We haven't mentioned the potential of acquiring any player.
I don't think it would be up front. I think it might, insanely enough, it might go in the other direction.
Yeah. Now,
nobody wants to hear this part. Everybody says, go kid, yay kid, way to go. Let's see this kid play every day. But who?
It's a great problem to have. It's a great problem to have, but it's also something that you have to.
I'm looking at our live chat here that's running down the side of our video screen for this program. And I see that all of you cowards punted on this. Like it was a cute idea right up until you had to do the Dan Muse and walk up to the dry erase board. And now it's all, well, trade this guy, trade that guy. Cowards, I say.
We haven't even mentioned Kevin Hayes either.
No, we're not going to do that. But you don't have, here, like Mass says, sell high on Mantha. Okay, Mantha's a big part of what you're doing right now. He's making everybody around him better. He actually should be on power play 1. And I think that's another discussion to have as you get back to playing ice hockey. This is tough.
It's tough. It's really, really tough.
And if you do trade somebody, you're not trading somebody younger.
No, you're not.
That flies in the face of everything you're doing.
Yeah, you'd be trading a veteran, and the most likely of those veterans, Mantha would be one of them. You
can't.
But I'm just saying, like you're
raising the white flag now on the current team.
It depends on who you're getting.
Necessarily, you can't be a forward.
Okay,
I see what you're saying though.
But if you traded Anthony Mantha, whether it's a 3-team trade or whatever, you like this transaction, you part with Anthony Mantha and you acquire Jason Robertson. That's a move for the future and for now. Like you're not downgrading. If anything, you're upgrading somehow. Still,
I'll tell you. One of the comments here comes from Rui Pinto, who says Rax needs to go play the kids. Now, I didn't think that would take this long.
I've mentioned the possibility of trading Raquel, but I'm not advocating for it.
We're going to do this. Who's on the first line? We're right back to that again.
Well, it depends on who you acquire.
It's going to be a defenseman.
Okay, well then, yeah, then you're talking. I mean, that's when you start talking about inserting Avery Hayes or McGroarty.
You're not putting a new kid up there with Sid.
No, but then you'd put probably Mantha up there with Rust on the right wing, Mantha on the left wing, Rust on the right wing, Crosby at center.
And you're splitting up the big wingers for the first time all season. they've managed to work their way around centers. I'm just saying it's all. I'm not sitting here being argumentative.
Oh no,
just for every one of these pins that you set up, I can knock it down in a heartbeat.
But there's always a way for the pin to come right back up, like those specific bowling alleys. I actually went to a bowling. No. I went to a bowling alley one time. Really quick rabbit trail. I went to a bowling alley. All the pins were on strings. I'm not kidding.
That's so cheap.
It's so cheap. They don't even get the machine to come down to pick the pin or to pick the pins up and then set them back down. They literally had strings where where they get knocked over and then they just pull the strings up and it sets them right back down. That's cheap.
Oh,
so I got the strings on your pins. No, but it's a difficult discussion to have, for sure.
Yeah, see, Sean violates rule number 1 of this program by suggesting that Avery Hayes makes the fourth line better, meaning better than if Achari's on there. He does not. He does not. This isn't a video game. These guys have been at it for a while now. And I'm going to say this again. One of the reasons that you even have a fourth line on any hockey team is it's a place to store your penalty killers until they are needed.
Yeah.
Well, all 3 of those guys are PK.
Mm-hmm.
Hayes is not going to make your PK better. So there's a lot that goes into this, and it's really complicated. And I have a feeling, oh man, I hate to say this because I can sit here and pound the table for Avery Hayes. I can be a little bit more careful in doing so with Rutger McGroarty because Rutger's been banged up. And Rutger's health has been in question for some time now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that you can feel like he's some kind of, he's absolutely going to be there for you game after game after game.
Okay.
But with Hayes, where?
Okay. So we talk about the importance of penalty killing.
Okay.
You're just for a second, humor me. Take Achari out. Just for a second. Who are your penalty killers if Avery Hayes is in the lineup?
Your PK guys up front.
Yes. Lizotte, Dewar,
Rust.
And then Kindle?
No.
You don't want Kindle killing penalties?
No. I don't want him blocking shots.
Yeah, true.
I don't want Rust blocking shots because he actually goes and does it.
Well, that's
but I think again, this is to take us to the goaltending. You need shot blocking penalty killers with this caliber of goaltending. Don't get mad.
But then again, okay, you keep Achari in the lineup. He keeps blocking shots. It's not like it would be the first time that he's ever gotten injured because. Yeah,
so now you're
forced into
this is where you're going here. This is so sad.
But it's a reality. Like you showed up in Buffalo, in the regular morning skate, 3 guys.
I understand
immediately
that.
out.
I understand that. You also can just. It's tough, man. Another guy we haven't mentioned, and that's because he's become a significant contributor, is Tommy Novak, and that's to his credit. Because I can tell you, a couple months ago, he would have been at the figurative bottom of my list. The first one that you would
don't take him out of the lineup.
You're not taking him out, especially with Gino's status.
Mm-hmm.
So you could trade. Man, this is so hard. But if you trade Raquel. And you got something for him that was defense-based.
Okay.
You can make this work.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
And you could do it with a contender where the contender knows that they're getting somebody back. Now, the contender is not going to be in much of a mood to trade a top 4 defenseman.
No.
You're not trading Raquel for anything less than a top 4, a legit top 4, not a pretend one like Kulak.
You're not trading Raquel, or you're not trading anything for anything that's not going to help your team get better right now.
Yes, although you can pair that with, you can say, throw in, give me so that you have 900 more picks next year.
Right.
You can do that.
Yeah.
I guess it's, but then we come right back to who you putting on the first line.
Yeah.
And we still don't have that answer.
Well, if you trade Raquel and you keep Mantha, I think it could work if you put Mantha on the left wing and Russ on the right wing.
And you might be devaluing Brazeau in the process.
It's possible, but I think that's also why
you're messing with it too much. where the truth is, Chris, easiest answer here is that you just make the kid wait.
It's possible.
It's the easiest, laziest. Wait for somebody to get hurt. Wait for your opportunity. You've waited 23 years. You can wait another week or two. Somebody's going to go down
really quick.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
It's going to look terrible when
Right.
they come back and he's not playing against the Devils.
Yeah,
But
it's a great problem to have. Now Dubas doesn't have to think about it for a little while because he's going to be dealing with Team Canada for the time being. But no, it's a great problem to have. For them to be in this position where you have such a blend of both veterans that are overperforming initial expectations and then young players doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great problem to have. I mean, the fact, did we think at the beginning of the season that Blake Lizotte was going to be re-signed?
Invaluable.
Yeah.
Never mind extended.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about Mantha, you could talk about Brazeau, Kindle, all these. We haven't talked about what Dewar's done or what Lizotte has done to earn not just, the status, but the extension that he got.
There's still extensions to come.
I know
on this roster.
And
Dewar's got to be. I mean, if Gino's top of the list, I actually expect Gino to be done this month. Where Dewar is concerned, you'd want to take care of that as well. When everybody comes back from the Olympics, and remember that Kyle Dubas is over there.
He's in Italy.
Now he's not the only. Now he can work remotely. He can also just tell, Jason Spezza, his staff here in Pittsburgh, hey, get this done. And then if he has to get on the phone, they have phones in Italy.
They do. Well, and also, aren't Dubas and Jim Nill both on the same staff?
Well, yeah, I was just talking about for extensions here. You're getting wild here.
I am
trades and everything else here. I
am getting
let's before we run out of time here today, let's do the defense real quick here.
I think the top four is when everybody's healthy is pretty easy.
I'll take Carlson and Wotherspoon.
Yep.
I'll take Letang and
Shea.
Didn't work. I know it's the theoretical one, but they're putting Letang with Kulak when Letang's back. Now, should
that's what I'm saying.
Shea be a bigger help to Letang? Yes. Does he want to be himself? Does he want that? Yes. He loves playing with Letang. But what do you do with it?
Well, how's that look right there?
What do you do with it? I don't like Kulak.
Oh, I know you don't, but
okay,
I mean,
I don't want him on there at all.
But if he's going to be on the roster, then he's playing.
Yeah. So what Chris has here is Kulak and Letang. Then he has Shea and Clifton. I'm putting Shea with Letang, and I'm putting Graves. Oh no, Solovyov is playing with Clifton.
Yeah. And then we're talking about Solovyov. We're talking about Graves.
He's not coming out of the lineup.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Solovyov with Clifton. You have yourself a big banger line.
But you can't leave Ryan Shea out.
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I put Shea with Letang like you did because I don't want Kulak in.
Right.
So there. But then where can you upgrade the most as a hockey team?
I'd say right side, probably.
You mean over Clifton?
Well, I mean,
yeah. Or you bring
right now you've got Ryan Shea playing on the right side when he's a left-handed shot, and he can do it. But he's a left-handed defenseman. He's a left defenseman.
That's no way to contend.
It's not.
The other thing Dubas can do is go get a goaltender. That sounded mean. Go get a better goaltender.
We're talking about over Skinner or Shelovs.
Either one. Skinner's UFA.
Skinner had 2 bad games. He's been mostly good since he got acquired.
10 goals on 43 shots. That's tough.
Yeah.
But anyway, you have Skinner, you have Shelovs, and you also have, and this brings me back to another subject from earlier, when you're talking about giving young kids an opportunity, what if Murashov goes on one of his runs down there and you realize that you're blocking him? Tristan says in our comments, Kulak is proven in the playoffs and has elevated Letang's play. Now, I disagree on both counts, respectfully, Tristan. Being in the playoffs doesn't make you a proven playoff performer.
Yeah.
That gets thrown around way too casually, that term. He was not a great player in Edmonton. and he wasn't a great playoff player in Edmonton. He just didn't matter much in Edmonton because when the Oilers would win games, how would they win? By scoring a gazillion goals, you didn't even notice who was back there other than Evan Bouchard because he was scoring goals too. He did not elevate Letang's play. Letang elevated Letang's play.
Yeah.
Letang's just playing better hockey. I don't know. I'm not a big believer in so-and-so supported him to pick him up.
Mm-hmm.
So those are two lines of logic that I don't necessarily buy. You're free to disagree.
No, I will. Like, again, the 8 games from the time they got back from the Christmas break, in those first 8 games, Skinner had a .934 save percentage.
Oh, he was very, very good.
I'm not turning that away.
Okay. Even though he's unrestricted, you could get something for him too.
You could.
I'm just saying.
You could.
We're putting everything on the table.
Well, unless I'm everything's. There are certain players that you don't touch. But if somebody calls me and I'm Kyle Dubas and I answer the phone and somebody offers me something ridiculous for Stuart Skinner,
they won't.
They won't. But who knows? There might be a team that's desperate for goaltending.
There might be. Guys, as we get closer to the Olympics, we're going to be doing more Olympic talk here. The games begin on Wednesday, so you can expect that we'll be engaged in that subject pretty fiercely at that time.
I'll wear this again Thursday for the U.S. game.
Oh, is that when they're playing?
I think so. And who are they playing?
Oh, no. Are they really?
Latvia.
Oh, wow. They get to face Shelovs. What if it goes to a shootout?
What if Tage Thompson scores on them again? Like he did in Buffalo.
What if the U.S. brings TJ Oshie out of retirement to face Shelovs, and you have the greatest mismatch in any sport in Olympic history?
I think Oshie could probably score at least 7 times on Shelovs
from this side of the ocean. Guys, we're gonna do football now. So head on over, please, to the DK Pittsburgh Sports Steelers channel on YouTube for a whole bunch of football talk.